What's up, guys? We're having fun yet? It is. It's March Madness, and early it was March Maddening. So yeah, it was not fun. Let me. I gotta put this in real quick here. All right. Well, that's not good. All right. All right, welcome everybody. We're going to do the breakdown of day number 2 and get going with all 16 games. So I'll give everybody just a couple minutes to get here, and then we will get rocking. I'll tell you what I've done so far today on our Deep-3. We're 2-1 so far, and if you remember, I gave you a bonus pick because of my terrible memory. You guys got 4 picks on the Deep-3 today instead of just 3. So how about that? We've hit Belmont. I'm going to count this KU game as a victory. It's not over yet, but we've got to make up 6. I think we're good. The only game that screwed us today was Auburn, and it was absolutely brutal. I lost 3 games in a row where we had the lead, at least versus the spread in the last minute, and we were buried each time. The first 2 teams were just they've shot daggers from 3-point. It was just any of those games. If they miss 1 3-pointer in the last minute of the game, we're good. But alas, it was not to be. Auburn had an 11-point lead, pissed that away. At one point, I told you in my main bracket that I do, and this is to tell you how I do with my brackets. The one I really like is the one we do with the family, with all the kids and relatives and stuff. And in that one, I had Auburn and Michigan in the finals, or Michigan State rather, with Michigan State winning. And at one point, both of those teams were getting beat today. So I thought I was going to lose my championship game teams in the first 4 contests of the day. So yeah, no sweat, never a doubt. All right, so all right, we're getting our numbers up. I know you guys are watching basketball. I know we're watching Murray State. Oh, and as far as premium goes, we had 3 premium picks today so far that have gone. We had LSU, another one of my last minute heartbreakers as we were trying to cover 7. They ended up winning by 5, and we had Belmont in the first half, which we were getting a 1.5, and they were actually up by 6 at halftime. So that one did as well. And then we've got Murray State +3, and I don't even speak anymore. I'll just say that so far we're doing okay in the Murray State game. We're going to keep an eye on that, and there's a good chance by the end of this video we'll have a final on that. And Murray State is right now up by 17, and we've got 3 points. So if Murray State pisses away 21 points in the last 14 minutes, you could see me be unhappy live in front of everybody. So that'll be great. All right, so let's get rolling with tomorrow's picks, shall we? We're gonna. All right, and yeah, as always, before I get started, I'll do my official thing. Don't forget to like, give us a thumbs up, let us know how the live thing's working. This is kind of an experiment for us. So if you're digging it, if you like doing this stuff live, give us a thumbs up. Let me know, let my bosses know, and yeah, we'll keep doing more of them. We talked about doing this maybe even once a week or more after basketball is over. And don't forget to subscribe, of course. And if you like the picks, if you want more of them, hit me up as far as getting our premium service. There's a link over at Winners and Winers now, or you can just contact us directly at service@winnersandwiners.com, and they'll take care of everything. So yeah, there you go. And if you have any last minute needs, if you had the games not go your way today, and you're like, man, I wish I had a 150-page guide that has information on every team in the tournament, we've still got them. They're still half price, less than $10, and you can check them out. It'll help you going forward. So that's a good chance it'll be the last promo I do for the guide. So buy the guide. Okay, that's it. All right, so let's get rolling with tomorrow. Once again, we're going to do these in chronological order. So we'll start with the the number 10 seed versus the number 7 seed Cincinnati Bearcats. That is Iowa versus Cincinnati. This is two teams kind of finished the season in different directions. Iowa finished 4-6 straight up, but just won against the spread in their last 10 contests. Cincinnati, on the other hand, did very well down the stretch, going 8-3, but they also struggled against the number, going just 2-9 in those 11 contests. By the way, we're going to do shout outs here as we go on. I'm going to throw out a few between picks, and that's we should be totally up to date with the shout outs through the games that are being played right now. So we'll do that, and then we'll finish up the rest of the shout outs tomorrow when we preview Saturday's games. So yeah, there you go. So anyway, let's the Iowa game. So both these teams struggle with the elite teams in their conference, but Cincinnati, they did manage to get a big win over Houston, where they looked very good in the finals of the American Conference of the AAC tournament. And here's the problem with Iowa: they have not won a game when they've scored less than 71 points. Cincinnati plays elite defense, and I think the odds that Iowa gets to 71 points are slim and none. And I think slim just walked out of town. Give me the Bearcats right there, -3.5. And I think they're going to. We talked yesterday. I think the Bearcats are going to be one of those teams that do some damage in this tournament. I like Cincinnati. I like defense. I like teams with defenses. Now here's something else, and you'll even find me falling into it sometimes. But I was reading, I read a lot of different sites and different stuff that I pay for. One of the things I read this week, that when you're trying to determine, especially Cinderella teams, that experience makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. So you always think of those senior-laden squads, and they've got veteran leadership. When it comes to, at least to picking teams under the radar, that goes out the window. It means absolutely zero. So. All right, moving on to our 8-9 game with the Oklahoma Sooners versus the Ole Miss Rebels. I've got Oklahoma +1 in this one. There's a lot of similarities in these two teams. One thing they have in common is they're not going to go anywhere next weekend except on vacation. The Sooners have been a little bit hotter lately, and it's like I said, I like the team playing in the tougher conference. Yeah, the SEC definitely has good teams between Kentucky and Tennessee. But according to Net, which, again, I'm not sure how much I buy it just yet in the first season, but according to Net, the Big 12 is the toughest team in the toughest conference in the nation, top to bottom. So give me Oklahoma playing a little bit later lately. This is about as close to a coin flip as you can get, as you would expect in an 8-9 game, and a game where there's a 1-point spread. So it looks like it came up tails. Give me the Sooners plus the point. All right, let's do a couple shout-outs here, shall we? We had, and these are going to be, a lot of these are going to be from Wednesday night, from Tuesday night. So we'll get going on those. Cody L, the new papa that he is, he had Damian Lillard of Portland to score over 28.5. He had Russell Westbrook. Russ got to score over 24.5. He tailed us on TCU, and he tailed us on Xavier. So. I think that I can't remember the TCU game did come in.
That was against Sam Houston.
All right. That was the Sam. Okay, so that was the Sam Houston game. So that is going to depend entirely on when you got that number. We capped it at 13.5, so I get to call it a victory. But it was a 13-point. I believe it was 72-59. Excuse me, 73. Yeah, 72-59. It ended up at 13. No, it ended up at 13, didn't it?
69 to 82.
There you go, 82-69. I knew it was in that ballpark. And it ended up at 13. That part I knew. So I know a lot of guys got it at 12.5. If you got it at 13, you pushed. If you got it quick, right after you saw the video, you got it at 13.5, and you're a winner. And so depending on where you were, Cody, hopefully you got down on that one. Kent P, he likes the Xavier pick. And very good as it came in, and he also had Harvard and West Virginia, two very different schools there, by the way. Harvard, the elite of the elite. West Virginia, 3-tooth minimum to be a student there. So, and I actually kid. Morgantown is actually a great town. I love Morgantown. It's a beautiful town, And I'm fine with West Virginia. I'm never going to miss an opportunity to make a West Virginia hillbilly joke. That's who I am. So if you're from West Virginia, my apologies. I'll say it in advance because they're not going to stop anytime soon. Okay. Moving on, taking a look at the Northern Kentucky Norse, the 14 seed against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Red Raiders throwing 12.5 to the North. And we talked about it earlier. I really don't know why the Big 12 has a higher net rating than the ACC, but that makes Texas Tech the best team in the best conference. The Norse lost by 13 to both Cincinnati and UCF. The only two times this season they've been double-digit dogs. Tech, they were just 2-4 against the number on spreads between 10 and 19, but I think they are here to make a statement after taking a loss there, a surprising loss in the Big 12 tournament. I think Texas Tech comes rolling back with a vengeance. And with any team that plays Texas Tech, you got to wonder where the points are going to come from. I don't think they get enough. I don't usually like laying a big number when there's not going to be a lot of points, but I think Texas Tech is head and shoulders above the Northern Kentucky Norse right here. Give me the Red Raiders minus 12.5 points. All right, now moving on to a game that is near and dear to my heart, another Big 12 team, the co-champion in the Big 12 Conference, as the UC Irvine Anteaters, the 13 seed, take on the Kansas State Wildcats. Cats are a 5-point favorite, and you know what? I was worried about this game from the time I saw it. We were on the Anteaters late in the season. We hit them a few times. They made us some money. Very good team, good team with some length. They hit the boards well, and they defend extremely well. They are the best team against two-point shooting in the nation, and that's I think that could present problems for K-State, but they found a way to work around a lot of things this season that you wouldn't expect. It looks like Dean Wade is going to be out of this game. From everything we've seen, we saw a tape of him yesterday. He's still on crutches, wearing a boot. I mean, he's not really putting much weight on the crutches. He just kind of uses it more for stability. I got to be honest with you. I wish my kid was there with the band because last year we had hourly by hour updates on Dean Wade because he saw him all the time and could tell us what he was going to do. But alas, he's working on a senior project. He won't be there till next weekend if K-State gets out. So, but it looks to me like Dean Wade is not going to play. If he is, he probably won't be 100%. However, UC Irvine, they've still got to figure out where the points are going to come from. Again, another elite defensive team that plays in the Big 12. I believe Kansas State is number 6 in the nation on points allowed. The fourth best. I actually wrote it down. How about that? I think the market has overreacted. You got to remember that the Cats made a run last year to the Elite 8 without Dean Wade and without Kamal Stokes. They do have Kamal Stokes back this year, and they're a little different team. They play a little smaller. They play a little faster with Wade. I might think about the over here, just because they're going to run a little bit more than they usually do, but. Yeah, I'm gonna back the Cats. I'm make a contrarian play there. I know there's a lot of people on UC Irvine. It's a trendy pick. I'm gonna take the K-State Wildcats minus the 5 points. I think the quality team in the quality conference gets it done. All right, moving on to Colgate versus Tennessee. Colgate is the number 15 seed versus the number 2 seeded Vols. Tennessee, they have failed to score at least 70 points only 4 times this season. And when they don't score 70 points, they're 2-2 in those games. They're 27-3 in their other 30 games when they get over 70 points. And two of those wins, the 2 wins that they had when they scored less than 70 were against Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech. And those are 2 teams that absolutely just drain your will to live on both sides of the ball. Wake me when we win, basically, is how that works. So I think that the problem here with Tennessee is they don't play tremendous defense, especially from beyond the arc. And Colgate is a very good shooting team who shoots very well from deep. They shoot 38.3% on the year. I think what I'm going to look for a lot of times when those big spreads, I'm going to look for the underdogs who can shoot from 3, and that keeps it close. I like Colgate here plus the 17 and a half point, plus the 17 and a half points. I think Colgate squeezes out a win. Oh, God. Stop me. All right. A couple more shout-outs. Miguel and Nola, he had West Virginia the other night. They took care of business. I looked at that game too, man. Way to pull the trigger, brother. Borno had Xavier. Mike D said he was fading North Dakota State, and very good call there. He took Xavier, Sam Houston, and West Virginia. Dustin F had West Virginia and a parlay between the Portland Jazz and Orlando on the money line. Nice job, Dustin. That's a three-teamer there, it looks like. Oh, no, two-teamer. I can't read how to. I don't know if you had West Virginia as part of your three-teamer or if you had West Virginia and a parlay with the two NBA teams. Either way, you hit a parlay, so way to go. The astute Aardvark, he had Xavier, Sam Houston plus 13.5. Never a doubt. And he also had Stony Brook, and that was a good call because I looked at that game and I wanted to like Stony Brook, and I just couldn't get myself there. Stony Brook, a team I do not know their name. So if anybody knows the name of Stony Brook, the Stony Brook Rock Throwers, the Stony Brook Slip and Fall in the Waters, whatever they are, throw it up in the comments section. Let me know. Let me know what Stony Brook is. Okay, so. Speaking of teams that I had to look it up to see what their name was, let's talk about Gardner-Webb a little bit. The 16 seed takes on the Virginia Cavaliers. Cavaliers, the number 1 seed. 21.5 point favorite. You know, if you probably watch previews of this, you're going to see ad nauseum. Don't forget, Virginia lost in the first round last year. Yeah, you know what they're not going to do this year? Lose in the first round. I don't see it. You know, just because it happened once in... What was it, 138 games? Is that what it is? 137 and 1 is the number 1 seeds now. You know what? Somebody had to be the first one to do it, and it was Virginia. But they're a year older. They're a year better. And Gardner-Webb, they're Gardner-Webb. They had to put 2 schools together even to get a team. So the Gardners and the Webbs. Let's the running Bulldogs. They do shoot the Seawolves, the Stony Brook Seawolves. God damn it! I've got the smartest viewers anywhere on YouTube. I swear to God, it took, it probably took 10 seconds because they had, okay, I'm getting an assist from my assistant. My wife actually got on the Google machine there. I take it back. You guys are all idiots. No, you guys are still very, very smart. And I know you were all sitting on the Seawolves waiting for someone else to answer. So the Stony Brook Seawolves did a good job the other night. Okay, back to this one. The running Bulldogs shoot the ball really well in the Big South. Virginia, unfortunately, defends really well everywhere. Too much Cavalier defense right here. As we talked about, I don't usually like laying the points in a low-scoring game, but Virginia's convinced me. They're 8-1 when they've laid more than 19 points this season. I think that goes to 9-1 right here against the Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs, which is a great little visual as their little legs and their flat face. Anyway. The running Bulldogs do not get it done here. Virginia covers the 21.5, and I'm going to make that one of my deep 3. All right. So, I just kind of phoned that one in. Sorry. Moving on, we have the number 6 seeded Buffalo Bulls taking on the 11 seeded Arizona State Sun Devils. Yes. They won the play-in game the other night. Did a nice job with the Giannis. Yeah, very, very good job there by Arizona State. The Bulls, they officially announced their presence last year by beating Arizona in the first round as a 12 seed. Bum, bum, bum. It's the dreaded 12 seed win. They're not sneaking up on anybody this year as they finish the season with a dozen straight wins. And Buffalo, if you've seen them, holy crap, what a fun team to watch. Only 3 teams attempt more field goals than the Bulls. And unfortunately for the Devils, they don't slow down anybody. They rank 229th in the country in limiting the amount of shots, and that is going to be death for the Sun Devils. Give me the Bulls laying the 4.5 points. That is also going to be our second pick in the Deep 3. Bad news, everybody. I highlighted them today. So there's going to be no memory slip getting that fourth Deep 3. All right, moving on. We're looking at the number 12 seeded Oregon Ducks taking on the 5 seed Wisconsin Badgers. You know who you like. You like the good team or you like the hot team. Ducks have won 8 straight to end the season and take care of business there in the Pac-12 tourney, getting themselves into the NCAAs when they would not have done so without those victories. The Badgers always play tough defense, and basically the thought behind this one, probably the first team to 60, probably going to win. The Ducks, they've been playing very good defense lately, allowing just one team to put up more than 61 points in their 8-game winning streak. You know what? I'm going to ride the hot hand right here. Quack Attack is back. Give me the Oregon Ducks plus 2 points against the Wisconsin Badgers. And hopefully the Ducks will win. I like watching the Ducks play. They're a fun team to watch. I want to put a bullet in my brain just watching Wisconsin play basketball. Yeah, I know they're good. It's just not what I enjoy to see. So for selfish reasons, I like to see the Ducks move on, and I think they will, catching the 2 points there. All right. Going on to a couple more shout-outs. How Phil had, he tailed us on Xavier, had the Raptors. C-Dub had a little footy action. He had Deportivo Capicha. Oh, I might have actually got that right. Capiata. No, so close. Deportivo Capiata. And, of course, the Libertad over 2.5. And, of course, that cash. No, never a doubt about it. Anytime you have names like that I'm going to have to pronounce, you can mark that down as a W. Borno tailed Tuesday's Deep-3 and had a good NBA night. Should have been better. Jumped on the Kings, went to bed. They were up 28, and they woke up a loser. Yeah, holy shit. I saw some stuff in the comment section where people were like, it's fixed. I don't know, man. I'm not a conspiracy guy, but you've seen games like that, and it does make you at least scratch your head a little bit. Little Taco had Xavier, Orlando, had the Heat, and the Utah Jazz. Landon H had a parlay with the Vancouver money line, the Vancouver over 6 in Winnipeg, and Xavier. Very nicely done. Super Cisco, he had Grambling plus 10. By the way, you can't spell gambling. I screwed the joke up, really. You can't spell Grambling without gambling. God, it's all in the delivery, people. And he also had Butler. And remember, you can't spell Butler without but. Butler plus 5.5. Nice job, Super Cisco. Well done. And that's the shout-outs from Tuesday. Let's do a couple more picks here. Oh, all right. Oh, I got some notes. All right, here we go. All right. Eric T. He says, doing great early. The dogs are barking. Absolutely true. Sergio says, doing good. We can do better. Can't we all? Says, when is a good time to pick the games? Before, that's probably the number one question I get both from in the comment section and from my premium players. And the answer, of course, is it depends. Usually, when we're capping games, we're going to be out in front of the line movement. So, as a general rule of thumb, I would say get down as early as possible. Now, if you want to stay up, if the timing works out when they announce the lines, you can actually keep an eye. There's a couple of websites you can go to, and you can keep track of the line movement and see what's happening. There's some good free sites, but if you pay a little bit, you can actually get it in real time. You can see how they're trending, and if it's trending the wrong direction, you can go ahead and get down on the bet early. That's the best advice I can give. Usually we're ahead of the line move. If you put a bullet to my head and say one rule for always, I'd say get down as early as possible. But if you really want to do it right, keep an eye on the line movements to see which way they're trending. Sports Betty says, I am done with Auburn for life. Oh my God! Just don't even get me started on them. I've got them to go. Like I said, I got them to go in my bracket. I still like that team. We talked about it yesterday. When you go cold from 3, bad things happen, and the other team heated up. It's just the wrong. I still can't talk about that Auburn game. Phil, he says, he guess I am also a running bulldog based on the sound effects. Yeah, that is a lot like what happens if I try to run. If you see me running, I've probably got some stolen merchandise under my arm. Okay, so that's I try to avoid that, and yeah. Scotty K says he loves me, but he's fading ASU, and says keep him coming, fading the Ducks too, and he thinks Wisconsin finds its March form. So he loves me. It just hates every one of my picks. So fair enough, Scotty. Thanks for putting the comments in, and I dig it, man. If you, I tell you every day, if you're tailing me, if you're fading me, doesn't matter. Just let me know what you're thinking, and let me know what you're playing. That's part of the fun. And yeah, I'm a big boy. I'm gonna lose some games. All right. I wish I was a 100% capper. I wish I was a 60% capper. But if I was a 60% capper, I'd probably be retired on the beach by now. So yeah, I run about somewhere in the high 56s, low 57s. It fluctuates. That's since I've been keeping records about 20 years now. So we're definitely going to miss some, Scotty, and those could be 3 of them right there. Taking a look at another 8-9 game. Excuse me. The Washington Huskies take on the Utah State Aggies. Aggies are the 8 seed in that one. You know, both these guys play really good defense. The Aggies, however, do 2 things that the Huskies really don't do very well. They rebound, and they actually score. You think the Pac-12 was down this year? Wait until they get their number 1 team taken down by the Mountain West Division. I think that happens, the Mountain West Conference, rather. I think that happens right here with the Utah State Aggies. I like the Mountain West throwing those 3 points to Washington. I think Washington faded a little bit down the stretch. They peaked too early. They peaked at the wrong time, and I think Utah State takes care of business right here. All right, taking another look at a 16-1 game as North Dakota State takes on the Duke Blue Devils. The Dukies are a 27-point favorite against the Bison. God damn it! If my life will be fine if I never hear that guy call another North Dakota State game and call him the North Dakota State Bison. And you know what? You could hear the announcer. You could hear the arena announcer in the background saying, "That's a 2-pointer for the Bison," and the guy still says Bison. Okay, I'm done. I promise. You know why? Because we're not going to be talking about it anymore after today, because they're going to be done. A lot of points, but Duke is 5-2 on spreads between 20 and 30 points, and yeah, they missed a couple of numbers that were just ridiculously high, like a 33 and a 35. But in that 20 to 30 range, the Dukies are very good as a 20 to 30 point favorite. The Bison, on the other hand, are just 1-5 as a double-digit dog. You know what, guys? Look at the bright side, North Dakota State. You got a free trip to Columbia, South Carolina. Yeah, Columbia, South Carolina ain't Vegas, but it ain't Fargo either. Have some shrimp and grits, soak in a little sun, because you guys, you're going home tomorrow. Sorry, guys, it was a good run. Nice to know you. Those are some snazzy green uniforms. Give me Duke minus that big number. I don't care. One of these are going to go big besides KU. I think it's going to be Dookie right there. Zion, I think he's out to make a statement every game he plays. You've got 4 freshmen that are probably going to be playing in the league next year, and I think every one of them wants to make a statement in every single one of these games. Give me Duke big time. All right, taking a look at Georgia State versus the Houston Cougars. This is a bad matchup for Georgia State, which is a team that relies on the 3 ball. Why? Because the Houston Cougars play the second best 3-point defense in the country. Houston does a lot of things right. They shoot very well. And the bad news for Georgia State, they don't rebound. So the Cougars, they're basically going to get to shoot until you make it. It's like those old candy machines when you were a kid, where you get like the little claw machine where you get to play until you win a little packet of Sweet Tarts or something. You play till you win. That's going to be the way it is with the Cougars scoring. They're going to be able to shoot until that ball goes through the hoop. They're going to rebound. They're going to offensive rebound. They're not going to give second chance points to Georgia State. Give me Houston minus 12 right there. Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. All right, so this is the 12-5 game. This is the Liberty Flames catching 6.5 from the Mississippi State Bulldogs. I'm not sure this is going to be the 12-5 upset, but there is a lot to like about Liberty. Both of these teams shoot well from 3, but the Liberty Flames defend the arc much better. Against a different team, Liberty could be in a lot of trouble because they don't hit the boards very well. Unfortunately, the Bulldogs aren't that team. They don't have a lot of length, and Liberty will have enough size inside to keep it close. Now, the one wild card is this, because both of these teams really shoot the 3 ball. If one of them catches fire, like Mississippi State, it could definitely go badly for us. It could just as easily Well, not just as easily, but hopefully there's a little less of a chance. But it could certainly end up a double-digit loss for the Flames. Having said that, I think this number's too high. I like Liberty right here, plus the 6.5 points. And if you want to kind of a little trendy pick on the money line there, you're probably not going to get a great price. But if you want to take a look at Liberty on the money line, I probably wouldn't hate you on that one either. All right, a couple more shout-outs. This is from today. And, D. Newman said, holy shit, what's up with the big sweater? Is it cold in the basement? As a matter of fact, it was. And usually when I shoot in the basement, I have to turn off the little floor heater, which I didn't do today, so hopefully that's not too distracting with that running in the background. And if it is, you'll know why I turned it off yesterday. So when we turn that off, it gets a little chilly down here. So yeah, I had the big sweater on. And yeah, I was going to put a wife beater on today just for you. But ironically, my wife said no. That was a very bad plan. So, your wives, yeah, you can't beat them. No, I don't even go there. Fred D. This is, I thought about this after the video. Fred said we started off the pick segment with a black cat walking across the screenshot. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't think about that at the time, but I thought about it when we were done shooting. Like, holy shit. Yeah, absolutely. That is Fergus, by the way, Ferguson. Spelled Furgus. So good for the black cat. Hopefully we're fading that. And yeah, Ortho also said this kind of black cat just got in front of you. That is a good sign. He said we're all winners today and tailing all of our picks. So, and by the way, I do this every year. I pick every game in the tournament just to see if I can do it, just like I pick bowl games. Obviously, there's some that I'm going to like more than others. Some of these are almost a literal coin flip. So. But I do it just for fun, and I do bet. I do make a flat bet on every single tournament game, just to see how we're doing. So it's kind of a thing I do every year. Stack Left says he used to love this time of year when I was a bookie. Oh man, no kidding. That's a good gig. It's I may or may not have be familiar with that line of work at one point in my life, but from talking to other people, I understand that is sometimes a very lucrative profession, especially this time of year, as everybody thinks they know just a little something. All right. Michael W. wants to know Nevada or Florida. Did we not get to that one? What's that? I like Nevada. I do. I think that's a real team. I think they're. I'm not convinced of Florida. Oh, that's a. Yeah. Oh, that was from yesterday. Okay, let's see what I had to say about that game yesterday. And you guys, you have to excuse me because these games, I told you before, they all start running together. All right, and we took. Yeah, we took Nevada -2 on that one, and I still like Nevada. I think they're a high quality team. Yeah, Florida plays in a different and a better conference. But I think Nevada gets it done there. Oh, by the way, guys, we talked about the point spread difference yesterday in the power ratings, and I told you the biggest disparity on the board was KU, as they were a 6-point dog, but they should have been, according to the power rankings, they should have been somewhere around a 16-point favorite. I don't know where that's going to end up, but I don't have a KU score in front of me. Let me see if I got. Looks like they've already taken it off the board, but I know the last time I saw it, they were up by 30. So there may be something to that, and I will be checking that out more. I spent time today just straight capping. So, one day does not make a trend, but it's certainly something to keep an eye on. So, all right. So, Scott K said he's sending you love for the money he's made and your transparency. Hard to find in the business. You know what, Scott? I appreciate it. And that's something that I always try to pride myself on. Win or lose, I am who I am. All right. I'm never going to bullshit you. If I make bad picks, I'm going to tell you I made a bad pick. If we get screwed by the referee, like we did in the LSU game, which I still don't understand why he smacked him in the head and it wasn't a flagrant one. But anyway, at least I'm not bitter. But yeah, I wear it on my sleeve, brother. I'm not. I am who I am, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody that stops by, and that's really true. So thanks, Scott. Appreciate the kind words. Cody says, "Yo, boss man, let's get it." Absolutely, Cody. I'm ready. And Johnny Dew says, "Already up for the week? Looks like a trap night tonight. Murray State? Yes. I'm going to do a little retro capping as Murray State right now has a 18 point lead. I'm going to say that I officially like Murray State. No, actually, as we talked about, I did take them as one of my premium picks. So the premiums are actually 2-1 today, and we got one more coming tonight. And yeah, Murray State, the Racers, man. That's what I'm saying. There's your 12-5 right there. So yeah, no need for K-State to lose tomorrow, as we've already had a 12 seed do their thing. And Cody says Houston's sketchy. Cody, you know what? You know how I am on Houston, man. And I should have said that as a caveat because I have been unsuccessful with Houston. I think we're probably 0 for our last 4. We've faded them, we've tailed them, and the one thing we can count on for the last 4 games, whatever I've told you to do, has been absolutely wrong. So I doubled down on that today and made us one of our made it one of the deep 3. How do I feel about Wofford -2? Let me check what I wrote. Excuse me if I have to go back and check the line. I took it. We capped it yesterday. I got down on a Wofford -2.5, so I like them even better -2. KU won by 34. Thanks, Phil. Great news for my bets. Great news for my capping. Horrible news as a K-State fan and a Mizzou alum. So still, I'd like to take this opportunity to say, raw chalk, fuck KU. Thanks. Scott K says he got a live bet on KU -18. Woohoo! That's a man right there. That's what I'm talking about. And guys, man, don't let live betting slip you. Don't let it pass you by. Don't let those opportunities slip by because there is a lot of good opportunity. If you know what you're looking for and you can get down on it, there is a lot of fun to be have with the live betting right there. So I think we're done. Is it we do 16 right there? Oh no, we got to do Iona, North Carolina, and I think that's going to. What else would we miss? Oh, we missed. Oh, SLU and Vautech. Okay, sorry guys, I lost my place. All right. Oh, okay. Now I know where we are. All right. Iona. All right. Yeah, Liberty +6.5. Yes. Iona, North Carolina. Hey, stop me if you've heard this one before. The underdog team shoots really well from deep, but they suck on the boards. There's a shocker. So here's my advice to Iona: don't miss. North Carolina's going to clean up the boards on you. I think the Gales. I think they trade just enough 3s for 2s right here to beat the number. I don't think they're going to get many second chance points, but I think they can keep it closer than 22.5. Give me the Iona Gales +22 and a hook versus the North Carolina Tar Heels. I'll probably hate myself in the morning for that pick, but yeah, we'll see. Because that's what often happens with me and these huge dogs is I'll take the favorite, and of course that won't cover, but the other one that I took, it'll be reversed. So I hate gigantic numbers like that. All right, well here's one I should like then. UCF versus VCU, another 8-9 game. The Rams from VCU play elite defense, and the difference for me is getting Marcus Evans back. If you guys are regulars, you know heard me whine about losing this bet when we were up already in the first half, and Marcus Evans went down, and the game completely changed. I think they're the better team. The Knights have Taco Fall, but VCU is going to be able to counteract that. I think the Knights. I think UCF had a nice run to make the tournament. Congratulations! Give yourself a pat on the back and enjoy your flight. Give me VCU +1 right there. All right, moving on to a clash between the Big 12 and the Big 10. The Ohio State Buckeyes take on the Iowa State Cyclones. Cyclones -5.5. Perhaps a little underseeded there at the 6 hole. Cyclones are vulnerable mainly to one thing, and that is good rebounding teams. You know who that ain't? It ain't the Buckeyes. They move the ball around really well. They make the extra pass extremely well, and they are deadly from downtown. I think the Cyclones are peaking at the right time. They won the Big 12 tournament. They looked absolutely fantastic. They took care of business against a KU team that just won by 112 points. So I think Iowa State gets it done there. I like the Cyclones minus the 5.5, and that, in fact, is going to be our third pick in today's Deep 3. Moving on to the Billikens of St. Louis, the 13 seed against the Virginia Tech Hokies. Virginia Tech, big news for them. They get Justin Robinson back, and that is a very, very big deal. However, I think it's going to be a bigger deal next weekend after he's had a couple games to get himself back into game shape. He's been out. You know what? I didn't actually look the date up on that. I know he's been out, I think, for all of conference season for Virginia Tech at least. He's been out multiple months. You know, and everything is a grind. You watch this Virginia Tech team. Excuse me, I got to stretch a little bit. You watch this Virginia Tech team. Everything is a grind with this team. All right, just nothing comes easy. Another one of these teams that are just going to grind you into dust on both sides of the ball. They're going to play fantastic defense. They're going to take 27 seconds to get a shot up on the offensive side. And the problem is, Virginia Tech doesn't do a very good job on the boards. And the Billikens, although they don't have a ton of size, everybody crashes the board. If you watch this team play, they hustle for rebounds like their hair is absolutely on fire. And I think as long as they can slow down the Hokies from downtown, if they can get a body out there, get a hand in their face. I think this one stays low scoring, and I think this is one of those times where the low scoring game actually works in our favor. As I think Vatek probably struggles to cover that big number. I can't believe I'm saying it because we've laid off a slew a lot this year, but give me the St. Louis University Billikens plus the 10 points right there against Vatek. Okay, guys, there you go. We did 16 games in about 45 minutes or so, and we did. And we almost get through the. We got a couple shout-outs left. Cody L said, "Damn you, LSU." Had him at 5.5. That's exactly what I had as well. And you let Yale sink 4 3-pointers with a minute left. Exactly. If you just miss one of those fucking shots, we're all good. That was very, very frustrating to watch that happen. Because Yale at that point had been like 21 of 22, or excuse me, 1 of 22. They'd missed 21 of 22 from downtown, and all of a sudden in the last minute they decided to get hot from beyond the arc. Mark, he has comments that I'm going to read verbatim because I would never want to say anything like this of my own words. Mark says, "How does this shithole team down 11 with a little more than a minute left cover? Auburn is a fucking disgrace." Oh, Mark, I believe I was saying that and worse as I watched the Yale Bulldogs take care of business. Although, you know, if you guys are young, I don't know how many people are young out there, but if you're in your 20s, you got to be careful if you talk shit about people from Yale, because there's a good chance you're going to be working for them. So tread lightly on the Ivy League, especially if you're going into the business or law field. All right. John D said, "How about Hampton under?" John, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't capped it. I've spent most of the day working on the NCAA and watching my bets go down in flames in the last minute, and that's taken most of my focus. So my apologies for not checking out the Hampton game. Cody took the KU over. So he's almost there. Almost. So they did not get there. God. See, welcome to the club. KU going to let you down again? Yeah, get used to it. Scott K says live betting is more nerve-wracking than driving on ice. Yeah, no shit. Although, you know, nobody ever said I just ran up to McDonald's and made $600 because I got there without a wreck. So, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of fun because it's like playing the stock market in real time. It's like being a day trader because you watch those points go and you see a run starting one way or the other. You're like, I'm gonna wait. And all of a sudden the run's over and boom, there go the points the other direction. Yeah, it's a whole game within a game. So if you haven't done live betting, if you're not donating enough as a regular bettor, I highly recommend live betting. You can do it much more efficiently and much faster to get yourself back to spending more time with the family. Okay. Cody said players back. A battle for Q's will make a difference. Dude, I don't know. Is he? Last I heard, he was out. I still like the Q's. I think they've got enough tools. I think that zone is gonna frustrate them, and I think even without him, I think they still get it done. That's just one man's opinion, as Dennis Miller used to say. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I do have the Q's in that game tonight. So, all right, guys, thanks very much for stopping by. I think we'll maybe try to do this tomorrow. I like the timing of this. It works out a little better, and then you have the whole day to check it out. If you didn't get a chance to see it live, we'll leave it up there, and you can check it out. As always, leave me in the comments. Let me know what you're playing. Like, subscribe, all that usual stuff. And if I can figure out how to turn it off here, we're going to be done. So you guys take care. Everybody have a great day, and peace. Let's win some games tonight. All right, we'll talk to you later.